Hi everyone and welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be talking about our coaching services at TeaMeraki and how you can come on board as a client, only because I feel like there are so many of you who have no idea how the process works, and a video like this might just help you clear out all your doubts at once. So if you guys are interested in this video, then please keep on watching. If you enjoy the video, please be sure to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell button so you never miss another video from me again. Now without wasting too much time, let's get right into the video. Okay guys, so I'm going to start by introducing our company. TeaMeraki is an LLP and we are a team of coaches who are just trying to do our part in making your fitness journey a little bit easier day by day. So apart from obviously making educational videos and posts for absolutely free on YouTube and on Instagram, we do coach people one-on-one through an online platform. So we operate through an app. And this app is one that you can't just look up on the app store and download, because you do need login credentials. So you will only get access to the app after you come on board with us and we as your coaches send you an activation email. So now very quickly let me introduce us as coaches. So the two coaches we have on board are me, first of all, myself. I am a certified personal trainer and sports nutrition specialist from NCSF, which is a US-based institution, and my partner Tarun Rajwanshi. He is the other coach on this platform. He is a strength and conditioning coach. Alright, so we cater to a really wide range of clients. So we've had everyone from athletes to the general population to older adults on board with several medical complications. So I'm just going to take you through how this entire client journey is from start to end. So in case you or a friend or a relative or anyone you know is interested in hopping on board and coaching with us, you'll be able to direct them to this video or tell them how they can go about doing it. Alright, so the very first step in hopping on board is obviously exploring our plans and pricing. Now on our website www.teameraki.com, everything is on the website. So the pricing given on the website is per month. Once you've gone through the plans and pricing and you've realized that okay, this is a particular program that works for me, I want to go ahead with it, that is when you can write to us. That becomes your first approach email. I'm going to leave our email ID down here. So you want to write us an email and say something like, hey, I've gone through your plans and pricing and I would like to go hop on board the 3-month program or the 6-month program, and maybe y'all could guide me with the further steps. So at this point, either me or Tarun will get back to you and we will arrange for a client consultation call. Okay, so this is going to be your first point of contact with your trainer, where we sort of get on a Zoom call and we understand your expectations, we understand why you want to train with us, and also clear out any doubts you may have about how the program works. Because a lot of people feel like, when you are committing to a program for 3 to 6 months, there are a lot of questions that cross their mind. How is it going to work? How will you be able to, make sure that we are staying on track, etc., etc. So this is where we clear out all these questions. And at this point, after having this conversation for about 30 to 40 minutes, this is where the client has to decide whether they want to move forward or not. Okay, let's say they do choose to move forward. They're sold. They're saying, hey, this is a program that is for me. I'm ready to get started as soon as possible. This is where we send you a follow-up email. In the follow-up email, we speak about things that you need to do before we start the program. So it isn't like, you get on a call with us and we'll be able to start your program tomorrow. It takes some time. On average, it takes a week before you can actually start training with us. So in this follow-up email, we'll talk to you about getting a body scan done. So a body composition analysis, which can be done at the gym, or perhaps you'd like to invest in your own bioelectrical impedance scale so that you can track your biometrics at home daily. The reason we do this is because your weight just doesn't tell you enough. If you come on board and you're like, hey, I want to gain some muscle, even if the weight is going up, we want to make sure that you're gaining lean body mass and not too much fat. Similarly, in a weight loss situation, we want to make sure that you're retaining as much muscle mass as possible while continuing to drop fat. Apart from this, we also tell you to arrange for nutrition coaching, right? So you will require, say, measuring cups, a food scale, and also downloading an app such as MyFitnessPal, which is globally used as a food log. That is something that all our clients use as well. So downloading that and getting a hang of it. We also do share my video on how to use MyFitnessPal, which I'm also going to link over here in case any of you are interested. We ask the client to go through all of this and start tracking their meals. So from the point that we have this first call to the point where we start the program, they sort of get a hang of how to track their meals. Now, at the same time, we may do a second consultation call in which we understand your training history, your eating history, whether you've been chronically dieting, whether you've been yo-yo dieting, switching from fat diet to fat diet, whether you have any medical conditions that we need to take into consideration. We've had a few clients with uterus removal, we've had clients with a thyroid issue, things like that. We do need to take that into account. Also, we need to keep in mind whether you have any injuries that require a certain amount of rehabilitation before you can hop on board the training program. This becomes a more technical client consultation call in which we understand all the nitty-gritties. It almost is like a screening process, okay? We also ask you about any equipment that you have available, or whether you have access to a fully functional commercial gym, because this plays a big part in curating your training program. So we have to customize the workouts as per the equipment available and also as per the client's goal. Now, when it comes to nutrition, we require your body composition scan, because that is what we use to calculate your macros. Number one, your protein intake, that is your first macronutrient that is set, because whether you are trying to gain weight or lose weight, in both situations your protein intake is going to be super important. Then we set your carb and fat ratio as well as your total calories. Okay, so when you log into the app, you see your calories and your macros set out in front of you, and you need to adjust this on MyFitnessPal and start tracking your meals. So in this case, we do not believe in sending out a rigid meal plan because it just doesn't work. I don't feel like it's sustainable, and we really believe that educating you guys about nutrition is going to be so much more beneficial, because you're going to be with us for 3 to 6 months. Maybe you'll extend for an additional 3 to 6 months, but beyond that, being able to sustain that lifestyle, being able to eat and know what you're putting into your body long term is going to be much better than hopping onto this program, losing a few kilos and then gaining it all back, or even more once you drop out of the program. That's why in this particular coaching, there is no spoon feeding. This is not a place where you can hop on board and expect everything to be given to you in a platter. There's a lot of effort that needs to come from the client's side. That being said, we do give out a sample meal plan just to help you out in the start with your portions. If you're new to tracking your macros, it can get a little bit tricky. You're like, acha, how much rice do I need to eat? How much dal do I need to eat? How much chicken do I need to include? If you're a vegetarian, how much soya, how much paneer do I need to eat on the daily? All these things can be a bit confusing at the start, which is why we will give you a sample meal plan to refer to. But what we have experienced, having trained over 50 unique clients, is that sooner or later, they manage to flexibly diet on their own and incorporate all their favorite foods into their daily meals. Now, the advantage here is that there's no restriction, so their cravings are significantly reduced. So all of this will be available to you on the app, and also once you sign up on board with us, we also do send you a few educational resources. So we have a nutrition ebook, which is a good 20-pager. It's pretty in-depth, and that is something that we urge all our clients to read properly before they start the program. The second resource is a mini cookbook that we've come up with. Sometimes clients are able to cook at home and they have no idea how to include high protein meals into their diet. So this resource helps. And when they finish their term with us, let's say you've been with us for 3 or 6 months and you're like, hey, you know what, I'm confident that I'll be able to take it forward from here on my own, we also do give them a post-training recommendations booklet. So now let's say the second consultation call is done, we've received the BCA scan, we've started working on your training, your nutrition. It generally takes us up to 48 hours to put your program up, to have it ready to go. But also obviously we need to wait until you have your, say, measuring cups in place, your food scale, you've downloaded MyFitnessPal, you've got the hang of that. So generally this entire process takes about 7 to 10 days before we can start. So now once all of these things are done, we require the payment to be initiated. This can be done through purchasing the package of the website, obviously, or it can be done through a bank transfer, and the details for this will be discussed by your trainer throughout the email thread, which we use to communicate back and forth on all these different aspects. Once the payment is done, which by the way, I feel like I need to mention, we do require an upfront payment. We do not do monthly payments. We do not do part payments. It's only an upfront payment. Once we receive the amount, what we do is we send you an activation link for the app. You download the app, you upload your progress pictures. So what happens is when a client finishes their journey with us, we create a unique case study, which you can also check on the website, only because we feel like transformation pictures just don't tell enough. Now we speak about the client's progress with us, how they came in, what their condition was at that point, what are the different training blocks that we put them through, what was their nutrition like, were there any tweaks made, what were the challenges they faced, and obviously what their final results were like. So once you come on board, you will need to track your weight and your body fat percentage every single day. Obviously, if you have the bioelectrical impedance scale, you'll be able to do this. If you don't have that, then weekly or bi-weekly we would require you to get a body composition scan done, because every single day our weight fluctuates so much. But at the end of the week, or at the end of 2 weeks, we're able to see the overall slope of the graph generated, and that's how we figure out whether you're moving in the right direction. Tweaks are made to your nutrition and training as we go along the journey. So some clients, tweaks are not necessary at all. We see a consistent change in their graph according to their goals over the period that they are with us. In terms of other clients, it takes a little bit of trial and error before we are able to figure out what their deficit calories are or what their surplus calories are, depending on the client's goal. On a weekly basis, your trainer will be monitoring your graphs, speaking to you through the chat feature on our app. So yeah, you can reach us 24/7 through that chat feature. In a situation where a client has queries, we do get on a Zoom call or a Skype call or a WhatsApp call with them. Or we also do exchange voice notes over WhatsApp just to get doubts cleared out very quickly. So this is a very, very personal one-on-one sort of a training, but it's a two-way street. We require you to put in effort. It's like if you put in 100%, we will put in 200% to help you achieve whatever it is that you need to achieve. We take the task of thinking completely out of the picture. Sometimes people who have been training for an extended period of time tend to overly scrutinize their progress, and that really gets in the way. Sometimes they feel like things aren't working and they switch things up way too quickly without giving it the time to reflect on their journey. So having a coach really keeps you accountable, lets you focus on execution, and takes the stress of thinking completely out of the picture. So this is how a client journey works within coaching at TeaMeraki, and I hope this cleared out many of the doubts that you may have had if you ever considered coaching with us. Now, if you're somebody who is interested, you know what to do. Just head over to the website www.teameraki.com, explore our plans and pricing, explore our training philosophy. Also read up our client case studies, because I feel like that's going to instill some confidence in you. You might find a client who has gone through exactly what you're going through today. Maybe they have the same medical conditions, the same training history, eating history, and you'll be able to form that connect. If after that you feel like, hey, you know what, I want to hop on board, I want to train with somebody professionally, and you think that we'd be able to help you do that, please drop us an email right away. I'm going to leave it over here and also down in the description box below, and we'd be more than happy to take it forward from there. Alright, so that is going to be it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell button, and stay tuned because I have many more interesting videos coming your way. Alright, thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!